Back with Keith in the Streets, and I got some cheap eats for you today. And of course, on cheap eats, I'm going to show you how to make some very tasty gourmet style food for a fraction of the price. For all you fellas out there, you know, it's a little cold outside. You can impress your woman. I mean, you can always take them out to restaurants, but it's really different when a man can throw down in the kitchen, and then maybe you can throw down a little bit later, but who knows. But what I'm going to show you today is how to put together a nice, tasty surf and turf sandwich, and we're going to make it taste gourmet. So we're back with another episode of Cheap Eats with your man, Keith in the Streets. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put together a nice little sandwich display. We're going to nice it up to meat, and what I have here is these are really cheap. They're about probably $3 a piece, and basically they are thin sliced steaks. Take no time to prepare, but this is quality steak. This is not cheap stuff. You can tell by all the marble on the inside of it. These are going to be nice and tender. So what I'm going to do is take these out here. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the steak, alright, so the easiest way to do it is just take the steak and stack it up just like this. You get it all nice and layered. It's the easy thing to do. I'm going to make it real even here. Alright, so basically what you got here, it looks like one entire steak. See that? It's basically that's what it is. It's just deboned and they thin slice it. So it's basically one steak. So you have one steak that costs basically $3. Nice marble and everything. So, and I have 3 packs of those. So what I'm going to do, here, you know, got my knife. Make sure it's sharp, people. Makes your job a whole lot easier. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is just going to go across thin slices here. This last piece. It's really simple. As you can see, I just went across, got a nice cut here, straight across, and you'll see basically these all fall apart. So when we cook them, there'll be nice little strips of steaks, but because of the angle we took, they'll be all nice and tender. So I'm going to take all the steak slices here. I'm going to put it right here in our bowl. Alright. Onions here, and of course you always need to have multiple cutting boards. The cutting board you need to have a cutting board that's for your meat. You need to have one that's for vegetables, one that's for things like cheeses. You also want to have cutting boards you know, for deli meats and things like that. So I don't mix them up. I keep about 4 or 5 cutting boards all the time. So what I'm going to do right here, is I'm going to just slice up some onions. Like I said, we already have our cooking wine in there. All right. Okay. So here we go. As you can see here, is that basically here we're just going to cut the onions. Just nothing real complicated with this. Alright, nothing complicated. Just going to do a simple chop. Alright. Now, these right here, this is something interesting. Actually, fresh garlic is it's not cheap. It's not expensive at all. You can buy a nice bunches of garlic, fresh garlic, for maybe $3, somewhere between $3 and $5, depending. But actually, what you can get right here is something like this, which are whole garlic cloves, and they're stored in a brine. You can actually get this at your dollar store. This actually costs $1. It's always good to keep. Once you open it, you put it in the refrigerator or whatever. But it's nice to have. It's nice to have a fresh garlic here. All right. So what I'm going to do. All right. Okay, so from here, a couple cloves of garlic. All right, so we're just gonna all right. So basically, what we have here is we have our steak that we chopped up into strips. So we got our thin steak in here. We also have our onions, and we also have our garlic here. So from here on, I'm actually going to take some more of our red wine. Okay, and I'm going to go 2 more capfuls here. Smells amazing already. All right. So from here, we're going to use a little bit of pepper, salt. All right. So we don't want to add too much salt and pepper, too much seasoning, because we want to catch the essence of the food. But at the same time, what we're going to do in the course of making the sandwich is we're going to create a tasty mayo, tasty garlic mayo, and we're also going to use a nice zesty steak sauce. And so when it's all said and done, this is going to be all you need to do for the meat. So before we finish up there, just a little bit of oil. And we're going to give this a stir. We're not going to have to over stir it. We just want to mix all these tasty flavors together here. Alright. We're going to let that sit. Welcome back with more Cheap Eats with Keith in the Street. As you can see, we have that nice steak marinating, get ready to go. And so what we're going to do is we're going to continue the process with the magic of television. And we have actually fast forwarded a little bit in time, and I'm going to show you how to get everything nice and fancied up to get prepared for your fantastic romantic Cheap Eats meal. Now so far, you know, we've marinated the steak, and we have it all chopped up. I showed you how to do that. We chopped onions, very simple. You know, it doesn't look complex. From here on out, we're going to work on the little particulars. So what I have here is, ooh, we got some minced garlic. Remember I told you about the whole garlic is $1. The minced garlic, nice and garlicky. Let's see. The minced garlic, you can buy this in the store as well. This is about $1. So you're talking about $2 for the whole garlic cloves in a brine. And this one is the actual minced garlic. This is the easiest stuff to cook with right here. Very, very simple. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to use this as well. I got here just a little container, just a little something simple. Alright, just some regular mayo, nothing fancy. I'm going to take some of the mayo here. We're just going to scoop it down. Alright. So we took a little mayo and put it down here. Woo. Alright. We'll take a little bit of the garlic, crushed garlic. Put a couple spoonfuls in here. Love garlic. If you aren't a big garlic fan, you don't have to add it. But most people don't realize they're garlic fans because they don't ever use it, but they forget that it's almost in everything you're eating nowadays. Garlic is one of the most popular ingredients. Trust me. Google it. If you don't believe me? Google it. Alright. So here, I'm just going to this is really simple. That's all it takes. This is a bowl for heaven. Trust me with this one. You're going to take this garlic spread, or aioli as some people like to call it. It's simple, easy to make. We're going to take this and put it in the refrigerator. Then we're going to work on the rest of our ingredient. Alright, we're back. I went ahead and put that aioli in the refrigerator. But we still have some more preparation to do. You want to make sure that you give that the mayo and garlic mixture, give it time to chill in the refrigerator to sort of let those flavors marry each other. Yeah, it's like a marriage. It's Valentine's Day. Why not? Well, what we're moving on to now is, first let me take care of this. I took the liberty of, actually I didn't, but I had my son peel a bunch of shrimp here. Yes, shrimp. I told you this was going to be a nice gourmet style meal. Actually, I got about a pound. This is the medium, 26.30 for a pound. This actually costs $11.99. So, do you need it? I don't know. Depending on how many people you're going to have, you know, you're actually going to prepare food for. So, it might work out for you. I don't know. But based on what I'm doing, so still, even at that point, we're still going to be well under $40, which most of you will probably spend at a gourmet restaurant. I do. I'll do it anyway. But if you want to eat at home, this is the way to do it. So check it out. Actually, so I have the shrimp here. It doesn't smell like anything. I don't know why you can go like that. All right. We just, I'm going to believe you should always have lemon juice in your house. Okay. So if you had a lemon juice, it's good. Lime would do well here too, but I'm going with the lemon. A little something basic. I'm going to go with 4 capfuls. I know you're like, why is he mentioning everything with capfuls? Because I do. Okay. All right. So we're going to go 4. All right. 4 capfuls right into the shrimp here. And I actually got one of our old favorites here. Need I say more? Okay. So we're actually going to go ahead and put this Old Bay in here. Alright, there you go. That's it, and I sprinkle a little bit on the top. This goes in the refrigerator. These guys are going to chill together. Old Bay, lemon juice, shrimp. This is surf and turf sandwich. It's going to be wonderful. Now, ordinarily, I don't use something like this to cook with, but in this particular instance, it's good because it's good to grill with. Actually, me personally, I go with a lot of butter when I'm just going to just cook some things. But you know, when I'm doing something like this, I'll use the margarine version. So I went and got some buns from Orlando Bakery, local bakery here, representing Cleveland. All right, that's all it is. Nice rolls here. So I'm just gonna take that. Cap it. So there you go. 5 nice buttery rolls. Just get setting the stage for your wonderful surf and turf. It's a cheap eat sandwich. It's gonna be delicious, I can tell. And if you are a foodie like I am, you can tell already by what I put together. This is actually gonna be delicious. So we're all set and done. Shrimp goes in the refrigerator. We've got the rolls ready to go. We've got the aioli already chilling in the refrigerator, of course. We have our steak marinating. Next stop, it's gonna be time to cook. 3, that's 3, 2, 1. Be right back with you. Let's keep in the streets. Welcome back. As you can see, we've got our station all ready to go. I got me a nice deep wok here. It's nice and warm. Got me a grill pan all the way here in the back. Also, I've got some oil. Oh, I didn't tell you there's going to be french fries? My bad. But we're working on it now. So first things first, we're going to get everything started. It's going to be magnifique. Over here on the pan, as you can see, we look like we're ready to go. I got my oil right here. So for my oil, alright, so I'm going to take a little oil. It's hot, so you got to be careful. Not a lot. We're not really deep frying. Okay. Right. So. All right. Now in back, we got things heated up a bit. So little butter goes a long way, people. So it looks like. All right. So what we're going to do here, alright, so everybody in the pool, You guys wish you had smell-o-vision right now. I promise you, this smells amazing. But if you are foodie like me, you would already know that. Alright, so as you can see, not cooking my beef at a high temperature. Usually when you have the garlic in there like that, you don't want it to be too hot because the garlic will burn easy. And plus we kinda, I know it's probably hard to do, but we'll kinda cook this to a medium well. So we're gonna get it as brown as possible, but we're not really going for a deep crispy steak sandwich. We're gonna make this nice and moist, nice and tender. Okay, so we're not gonna overcook it at all. Now also at the same time while I got my steak going, I'm gonna hurry up and get started on our buns. These buns, not the other. These don't take long, but they don't necessarily need to be hot while we're getting started anyway. So we're just gonna do 6. Voila, got 2 left. We just want to get them a little buttery and crispy on the outside. Back over here on the other side where we have our bread going, want to get a look at that. That's kind of what you're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we're going here. Voila, perfection. So that these will be nice and ready to go. Alright, now while we're waiting on this to get ready, I'm going to start. Yes, here we go. Can you hear that sizzle? Yeah. Alright, so there we go. We got y'all set to go. Got everything nice and set up. Real nice like. Yeah. So right now we've got our ground, well not our ground beef, I'm sorry, our steak that we sliced up earlier. Got it cooking. And when I tell you this is perfection, this is cooking perfection, trust me, it is. It's always nice when a plan comes together exactly what you envision it to be. Whenever you're cooking, you kind of have to envision what it is you want before. Get your idea. It goes for taste and things like that. So now we have our ground beef. Why I keep calling it ground beef? It's steak. I guess because I'm looking at it. From far away it looks like it, but alright. You can see we didn't cook it too fast. So we actually sauteed the onions, and we've also got the garlic in there, and we haven't burnt any of it, which is always nice. Now on the back there, we're taking a look at our shrimp, and I'm just going to start turning it. Real nice, like. Man. Right. As you can see, our steak, I wish you guys could smell this. I mean, it smells amazing. I can smell the red wine that we used earlier. I can smell the garlic. All of that. Now, in the process, I actually want to turn on my oven. Alright, so I'm going to get that set. In the meanwhile,
at first, when we first got the turtles, the whole thing was full of water. It was like an actual tank. But they were always found on the rock. They liked it better on land.
smoke and nice and golden. So we're going just a little, not much. And you almost forgot about that, didn't you? I didn't. We're going to go ahead and put the aioli on here. Right on the top. Ooh, yes. There you have it. I know what you're saying. Hey, Keith, isn't something wrong here? And if you were saying that, I would say you are absolutely right. So what we have here, we're going to... There. And go right upstairs. Look at that. People. It's a sandwich. How good does that look? Wow. So, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, and we have our Cheap Eats gourmet meal of the day here. As you can see, we got a couple different options here. This is the Honey Crisp. This is apple juice. Alright, so it actually costs $1 a piece. You don't have to go as far as to get a special apple juice or anything like that. This is a little something I like to do. Alright? Alright, so I'm gonna and you don't forget your ginger ale. Alright, so have your apple juice and your ginger ale for here. Yeah, you can go ahead and eat that. You can put that together. And also, I don't know which kind my lovely Valentine wanted. We'll go with the Granny Smith for her.
Delicious.
So I'm going to give her Granny Smith and a little bit of ginger ale on top of that. So from me and mine to you and yours, happy Valentine's Day, and remember, you don't have to pay a lot of money to get really good food. See you soon. It's Keeping the Streets with Cheap Eats.